Hey, what's good? It's Lil Esso. You're watching a 416 interview.
All right, so I want to start off the interview by asking you, how did you first get into music and recording?
It was honestly, at first, it was like a joke, and I was like just having fun with it. I had like a little microphone at home. I used to watch like just random people make songs, like YouTubers and stuff like that. And I was like, if YouTubers are making songs, like, why can't I? I was like big into YouTube as well. So, like, um, I was like, if they're making songs, why can't I make songs? And so I was like, I had the mic just sitting around, downloaded GarageBand, and just started like making tracks. And ever since then, that's it, man. Just literally started making songs as a joke, and just turned into something. And just saw the great things that come with music, and I realized I have uh, a gift for melodies and songwriting. So I just sticked with it, man. That's all.
How old were you when you first started using like GarageBand?
17, maybe 16, 17, around then.
So you were born and brought up in Toronto, right?
I'm in Stouffville, which is close to Toronto. I mean, it's like, I would say like 35 minutes away. Grew up in Markham, Stouffville area.
Lil Esso, how did you come up with that?
Lil Esso, it's a funny story. I mean, everyone used to call me Esso because my name is Alessio, and like people would just call me Esso all the time, like family, friends, and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess I was young and I was like Lil. I don't know why I said Lil, just because like I guess everyone was putting Lil in front of their names, which I kind of like. I'm kind of feeling iffy about that right now at this point, but I think I just grew into the Lil Esso, and that's just kind of like it's kind of my name now. We'll see where it takes me in the future, but I first started with Lil Esso with like $2 signs as the S's, and then I actually changed it to the regular S's last year, which looks a lot better. It's a lot more professional and stuff, but yeah, it was just like friends and family calling me Esso.
Do you want to walk me through your creative process on how you like create a song?
I don't really think too much about music. Um, it's very I try to like just go back of where I started with music and how I started making music and stuff like that. And there wasn't no thought process. And that to me was like the best part of making stuff, was just like I just get to go, I guess, in the studio, in the bedroom where I used to record, and just have fun, just listen to something, get inspired, whatever it made me feel like. I would just start mumbling stuff and just whatever. So right now it's the same as before. I would just and if it's not, I try to not get caught up too much in the thoughtful, the I don't want it to be too thought out. My music, I just want it to be like super off the fly. So I don't write my music. I listen to like loops. I listen to like a guitar loop. I listen to any sort of loop that gets me inspired, or even a beat, and I'll just start recording. I'll just go in the booth, start mumbling like melodies out, and then I'll get like words to the melodies, and then from there it just turns into a song. Just kind of structure it out, and then after filling the words, and just go how I'm feeling.
Is music more of like a passion for you, or is it a career?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a passion. It started definitely from a passion, and I guess I could say it can turn into a career at certain points, and what you want to do with it in the business aspect. But yeah, no, it's always been a passion of mine to make music, and like music in general is just so um it's for like, I don't know, it's for the soul. That's how music to me is nothing. I don't listen to music, I like feel the music. So depending on what it is, so like it's definitely deeper than just like, you know, the external shit, and like oh, I want to career make a career out of it. It definitely hits a chord in me since I've been little. I've had an attachment with music of some sort. So it's definitely a passion of mine and not just a career. But it turns into a career at a certain point, and you need to get your business up on that aspect. And like it's cool. I find it really cool. But yeah,
Yeah, because even when you were talking about your creative process, you were talking about it as if in a way like you don't want to pressure into anything happening. You just kind of go with the flow when it comes to creating music.
I don't want to pressure anything. It's just like it's just fun. It's just fun, and man, I get in periods where like I don't even really want to make music as much, and it's hard for me to accept that sometimes because like I know the feeling of being in love with the process and stuff. But if I'm not, it's not nothing in music should be forced. It should just be like just it needs to come out very authentic. So I don't try to force that type of stuff because I make feel good music, and I know I want to keep my stuff authentic because it translates to the listeners hearing my stuff, and I know that like people listening to it will feel it if I'm delivering my authentic self.
While I was doing my research on you, in your Spotify bio, you mentioned that you write, mix, and master your own tracks.
Yeah,
Was there ever like a time you thought of becoming a producer or following like other career paths in the music industry rather than being like an artist?
I think that's still a pathway for me. I love making music, being an artist myself, and I like not having like all my eggs in one basket. Just being an artist, like it's now I'm an entrepreneur and I like just doing a bunch of things. That's really where I'm at. Since I was a kid, I always used to switch doing so many different things, and I'm still like that, and I still keep that mentality, and that's just my true self. So I think yeah, for sure. I think even still, it's obviously a possibility. I do mixing and mastering. Like I have people come in and record their stuff with me. I songwrite for a lot of people. So yeah, I already do that other stuff as well. So it's a mixture of everything. Just the world of music is just where I want to be in. And if that's writing songs for people, and whatever it is, I'm totally fine with it. I love the process. I would say number one thing is songwriting for me. I love songwriting. That's where I would really want to go into. Uh, and mixing and mastering is something I like doing as well. But it has to be the right track, and it has to be something I'm really feeling. And
What artists did you most enjoy collaborating with? How about that?
I would say Conrad, my friend Conrad. He's like he's a goat when it comes to like he's been doing music for such a long time. He just knows what he's doing, and I like yeah. I would say Conrad. He's a part of a band called New Friends that is taken off right now. And yeah, I would say he's artist. He's a producer. He's a part of the band, and yeah, I would say he'd be like my one of my favorites to work with for sure.
Out of all the songs and projects that you put out, which one did you like most enjoy making?
They're all kind of similar processes where I don't really again I don't think about music too much, so I don't try. I would say probably my latest project, which would be I Can't Say I'm Sorry, my
Hmm.
latest album. That was obviously as you go on, shit shit's gonna get better and better, especially at this point in time for my career. So I would
Hmm.
say I Can't Say I'm Sorry.
What advice do you have for new artists just getting into the game?
Just follow what you think is right. Just do whatever you think. Don't think too much about music. That's my main thing. Don't think too much about it. Just have fun. And if it's something that really means something to you, you are going to last the longest out of anyone. And that's it. Don't think too much about music. I think that's the main thing it comes down to is just don't think too much, have fun, and when the time is right, things will line up, and just got to have faith in where you're going, and things will come your way if they're meant to be.
Any new projects people should look out for?
I'm releasing some singles this and then like throughout summer. I got one coming out actually May 19th is my next song. And then we're doing a couple more singles, and then late September we got an album coming out, and that's gonna be cool. That's gonna every year I try to do an album for my birthday. So yeah, that's the lineup. Some singles, maybe around 3 singles, and then an album. So that's the latest thing. It's gonna be awesome. Some of my best music ever is coming out. One of my favorite songs, which I made with my friend Conrad that I mentioned before. Um, that's gonna be coming out, and that is a hit song. It's a hit song.
More content with who I am. Tired of living a lie. Just know I tried.